राधे राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय कृष्ण कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण श्यामा गौरी नित्य किशोरी प्रीतम जोरी श्री राधे रसिक रसाला छैल छबीलो गुण गर्वीलो श्री कृष्ण रास विहारिणी रस विस्तारिणी प्रिय उर धारिणी श्री राधे नव नव रंगी नवल त्रिभंगी श्याम सुअंगी श्री कृष्ण जय कृष्ण कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण जय राधे 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 जय राधे जय श्री राधे प्राण पियारी रूप उजारी अति सुकुमारी श्री राधे नैन मनोहर महामोद कर सुंदर वरतर श्री कृष्ण शोभा श्रेणी मोभा मैनी कोकिल वैनी श्री राधे कीर्तिवंता कामिनी कंता श्री भगवंता श्री कृष्ण चंदावदनी कुंदारदनी शोभा सदनी श्री राधे परम उदारा प्रभा पारा अति सुकुमारा श्री कृष्ण जय राधे 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 जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय कृष्ण कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण हरे हरे हरि हरे हरे हरि हरे हरे हरि जय श्री कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण.
Jai, thank you so much. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So we know where you get your voice from, Shavi. Okay, so yes, let's start with the 12th chapter. So thank you very much, dear devotees, for coming on board. I can see many devotees from Canada. In fact, our host hasn't actually turned up yet. He was struggling at work. His name is Anil. Sorry? So, his name is actually Anil. And we already have Anil on this Zoom program. So I think we will actually attribute this satsang to you, Anil.
Hare Krishna.
I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to host a satsang. So there you go.
Yeah, yesterday Mataji asked me and I was blessed.
Okay, so it looks like it's worked. Actually, it's also my father-in-law's passing away today. And many of the family are joining. My sister-in-law has just joined, brother-in-law's son has joined. And actually, he had a really glorious way when he went. My mother-in-law was there, Jayanti was there, I was there, and Jayanti's mother's sister was there as well. And we were chanting, and he was fully conscious and was looking at a picture of Lord Nrsingadev, a huge picture, and he left the planet. And it was really a glorious way to depart, actually. So from a Krishna conscious point of view, couldn't ask for more. So we wanted to honor him today as well. Okay, so
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Is that Yogini?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Yogini. Very nice. Thank you for joining again. Wonderful.
No, thank you, Prabhuji.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So we can recite the Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Arjunuvacha evam sasita yukta ye bhakta stambari upasite ye chapya aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha.
You can do the English if you want.
Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Vishamano Yemam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Pariyupetaste Me Yukta Tamamataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect. Yedvaksharamanirdeshyam avyaktam paripasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha kutastam achalam dhruvam sanniyamindriyakramam sarvatra samabuddhayaha te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhutahite rataha. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me. Kleshodhikatarastesham avyakta saktachetasam avyakta hikatir dukkam dehavadpir avapyate. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. Yetu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha ananyan naiva yogena mam jayanta upasate.
Teshamaham samudharta.
No, you can do it,
Go on.
Bimo. You can do it.
No, I'm not very good. I think I'll let you do.
Okay.
Teshamaham samudharta. Mrityu samsara sagara.
Bhavami cha siratvarta maya vesishtate chetasam.
But those who fully worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death.
Indulekamachi, would you like to continue?
Prabhuji, you do this one, I will do the next.
Okay.
Mayeva manodatsva mayi buddhim nivashaya nivasasim mameva atha udvam na samsaya.
Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always, without a doubt.
Achintam samadbhutam na saknosi mai sitam abhayasa yogena tatu mam ichaptum dhananjayaha.
My dear Arjuna, O winner of worlds, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
Abhyasase api asarmarthosi mat karma paramo bhava mat artham api karmani kurvam siddhim avapyasi.
If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect sage.
Athateda api asaktosi kartum madhyogam asrita sarvakama palatyagam tata kuru yatatmavan.
If, however, you are unable to work in the consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated.
Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasaj jnanad dhyanam vashisyate dhyanat karma palatyagas tyaja chantir anartanam.
So these verses up to the 12th text, Lord Krishna has been asked by Arjun a question. Is it better to worship your personal form or your impersonal, your non-manifested form? And Krishna answers it emphatically. He's explaining to Arjun that it's much easier to worship my personal form. For that person, I am the swift deliverer from this ocean of birth and death. For that person who worships my impersonal, non-manifested form, it's really difficult for him. And especially in this age of Kali Yuga, everything becomes much harder. So it's recommended that we worship the personal form of the Lord, the two-handed Krishna form. And then Krishna explains to Arjun that, look, I'm going to make it really simple. If you can't fix your mind on me, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. If you can't follow the principles of Bhakti Yoga, then work for me. If working for me is too difficult, then whoever you're working for, don't be too attached to the results of that work. Give it to me, offer it to me. And don't worry, I won't take it all. If you can't do that, then meditate upon me. And if you can't meditate upon me, then at least gain some knowledge about me. Try to understand who I am, who you are, and what's our relationship. And now, the next 8 verses, Krishna explains the Bhakta Astakam, those devotees who are dear to him. He keeps saying, Yo mat bhakta same priya, or words to those effect.
Okay, can I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Advesta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirankaraha samadukha sukha same santusta satatam yogi yatatma dridda nischaya mai arpita mano buddhir yomad bhakta same priya.
One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself as a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me.
Yasman dvijate loko lokan dvijate cha yaha har samarsa bhayo dvijagir mukto yasa me cha me priya.
He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me.
Anaksha suchirdaksha uthasino gata vyatha sarvarambhar parityagi yomad bhakta same priya.
My devotee who was not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who was pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result, is very dear to me.
Yano hrisyati na dveshti na sochati na kangsati shubha parityagi bhaktiman sa me priya.
One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me.
Sama satru cha mitra cha tatha mana pamonayah situsna sukha dukheshu sama sangha vivirjita tulya nindra stutur mauni santusto yena kenakchet aneketa stira matir bhaktimanye priyo nara.
One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me.
Ye tu dharmamritam idam yuktam pariyupasate saddha dhana matparama bhaktaste ittiva me priya.
Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me.
Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Chapter
Hari
12
bol,
ki
Hari bol,
jai.
congratulations to this young lady who
Devotional
is very,
service
very
ki
expert.
jai. Bhakti yoga ki jai. Shavi ki jai. I love the way you read, Shavi. You put
Thank
some
Keep it up.
emotion
Keep
into
it
it.
up.
Well done.
Keep it up.
Okay,
Well
very
done.
So, thank you very, very much, Shavi. Amazing.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Indulekha
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Very good. So,
Thank you for
today
appreciating.
I wanted to just very briefly talk about Damodar Leela. There are a few new devotees, and I'd like to welcome Anil. You're there? Yes, good. Let me just highlight you.
Oops,
Oops.
Anils.
There's two Anils, and they're competing with each other. So
Nice altars.
Nice altars. Let me just have a look. Okay, very nice, very good, very good. So Hare Krishna, Anil, thank you so much. Oops, what happened?
Pooja and Jai, three of us.
Right, very good, very good. And Anil, I can see your altar as well. Now, this Anil is from Canada.
In Toronto.
Not Toronto,
Sorry.
you're somewhere else. And you've got beautiful deities, Radha Krishna, huh?
He's from Alberta.
Alberta, okay. Let me just highlight him. Wow, very beautiful. Well done. Nice altar. Very nice altar. Well done. Excellent. Thank you for showing. Thank you for giving us the darshan of the altar.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. No, we are very, very good. Thank you so much. Okay. So very briefly, this month is very, very auspicious, the whole month until the end of November. Hence why we are holding satsangs every evening and during the day as well. And any devotion we do in this month is multiplied 1,000 times, more than any other month. And especially, it's a time of year where we remember this glorious pastime where the Supreme Personality of Godhead allows himself to be tied by his loving mother. Of course, he is the mother and he is the father of everything. However, especially when he comes to this world, he takes a special mother and father. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So if anybody's interested, please join us on the same Zoom call. So he who cannot be tied by anybody has let himself be tied by the love of his mother. And look at him. He looks pretty frightened at the same time. But of course, everybody's frightened of God. Otherwise, we would not be doing what we're doing, trying to worship him. So, of course, the worship through fear is an inferior worship. Worshipping him by love, through love, is much superior. And he's a very loving personality. And you can see how loving he is because he himself becomes scared by the loving mood of the mother. So why was he being tied up? Because he was naughty. For the first time, Mother Yashoda realized that my Kanaya is a naughty boy. She'd heard loads of rumors. So many complaints had come towards her. Never believed any of them until now. And she's realized, I have to teach my son to behave properly. Otherwise, who's going to marry him? He's only 2, by the way. And she managed to tie him because of her effort and his mercy. And of course, he has to do his work of divinity. And he felled 2 huge trees, and from whom 2 devatas came, who were cursed to become trees and would be liberated when Krishna came to this world. So he did his job. But still the Brijabasis wouldn't believe how divine he is. They just loved him for who he is, baby Krishna. And that's the way he wanted it. So even though he would show them all his divinity, his magnificent power, they still treated him like their lovable Kanaya. So this month is very special. We can do many different little austerities. These austerities are nothing, but they please the Supreme Lord. So they are something very special. So for doing very little, we can bring a smile to Damodar. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So we can offer a ghee lamp every day to this beautiful form of Yashoda Damodar. We can sing this Damodarastakam, which we will do in about half an hour. And we can try to do some more chanting of the Mahamantra. That's always beneficial in any situation, because that is our connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this age of Kali Yuga. We can read this chapter 12, Bhagavad Gita. We saw the message of the Bhagavad Gita. Such an amazing message. In just 20 verses, Krishna gives so much nectar. So it's good to read the Gopi Gita, do some fast, maybe eating once a day or eating fruits more. Simple fast, whatever's within one's capacity. And taking into account also work commitments, because some people, if they go to work, then of course you need enough nourishment so that you can keep your strength going. And the idea is to do more bhakti and less gossip and watching TV and social media like that. So today we wanted to request Janaki Devi to talk about Govardhan, because we have reached chapters 24 onwards in the Krishna Leela, Krishna book, which has been written by our beloved, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So Janaki, I was going to ask you, do you want to share the screen, or shall we just, I can just show the pictures as you're talking?
Yeah, Haribol everyone, Hare Krishna. I think it's best if we keep the pictures for everyone to see. You know the pictures that you use?
That's fine. Absolutely fine.
That's fine.
As you're talking, I will move the pictures.
Yeah.
So.
Or you can move them and I can try, whichever's easier.
Okay.
I'll give you a prompt as well. Okay, so first of all, thank you for asking me to share a little bit about Govardhan Leela, one of my favorite parts of Krishna Leela. And Hare Krishna to everyone on the call. And I'll try and share a little bit of what I've just heard from others and that I've read from Krishna book with you all. So please bless me that I can say the correct things and I don't say anything wrong. And I'll try my best just to share this beautiful Leela. So Govardhan Leela takes place when Krishna was about 7 years old. Some people say 5, some people say 7. I've heard 7 the most often. And he was obviously at 7, the age of 7. Krishna was just a young boy. But he was, with all the leelas that he'd been doing, like the Markanjori and defeating so many demons and all these beautiful things we've been hearing up until now in the satsangs. Because of all of that, he'd become the darling of Vrindavan. So everyone very much loved Krishna. So one day on Diwali day, when Krishna was about 7 years old, so literally around the time of the year that we're in now, it was Diwali day, and Krishna saw that everyone was really busy in some sort of preparation. So Krishna began to wonder what's going on. He saw they were like putting decorations up, they were making lots of different food items, and everything looked like there was something big about to happen. So he went and asked his parents. He said, what's going on? So at first I think he first asked Nanda Baba. He said, what's going on? Why is everyone so busy? And Nanda Baba was so busy, he did something that I guess many parents might be doing, which he said, go and ask your mom, I'm busy, like I don't have time right now. And then so Krishna went to Yashoda and said, Maya, what's going on? Why is everyone, getting ready for something? Is there a wedding? Is there a puja? What's going on? And she said again, she goes, I'm really busy. Can you go and ask your dad, please? And like this, they were sending Krishna between both of them while they were trying to prepare for this very big event that was going on. Eventually, Krishna got tired and he went and grabbed Nand Baba's hand, his dad's hand, and he said, Baba, what's going on? Everyone's getting ready for something and I don't understand what's going on. And Nanda Baba said, Krishna, do you not know, like every year around this time near Diwali, we have this puja for Indra, and I'm getting ready for that. That's what everyone's doing. That's why everyone's so busy. And this is where, Krishna began to wonder, what's going on? And he said, why do we worship? Why do we worship Indra? And Nanda Baba, Krishna's dad, said, we're Gwal, we're the Gopals, we're the cowherds, and our whole livelihood depends on dahi, doodh, makhan, so yogurt, milk, all the dairy products that we produce from all the cows we have. And our cows are only able to do those things if they have enough grass to eat. And the only way we have enough grass to eat, the only way the cows have enough grass to eat is to make sure there's enough rainfall, which will keep the grass growing. And the person who controls the rain is Indra. So every year we do this puja for Indra to make sure that we get good rainfall and our cows are strong and we can carry on our livelihoods. And this is when Krishna began to question. He was asking a lot of questions like children do. And he said, but why? Why are we doing this? I don't understand. And Nand Baba was trying to explain, but Krishna wasn't so convinced. And he said, I don't understand why we're worshipping Indra, because if rain is in our destiny, rain will come. We don't need to ask Indra to give it, because he is not Bhagwan, he is not God. He's only doing what's controlled by someone else, by Bhagwan, and our destiny. So we don't need to worry about worshipping Indra or worshipping any devtas or devis for these things like rain and different boons like that. That will come if it's in our destiny, and only it's uncontrolled in that way. And it's I was hearing in a lecture that one devotee was speaking. He said, it's like, we know that in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjun, leave all varieties of religion, worshipping this, that, and the other, just focus on me. And he was saying in this lecture that Krishna must have been thinking as a 7-year-old child, I'm about to tell Arjun in the Gita later on to leave everything and to worship me. And here in my own house, people are busy worshiping other people. So let the preaching start from here. So he thought, let me tell everybody now that, they don't need to worry about worshiping other devtas, devis, and, worrying about whether they're going to get things or not through these yagyas and pujas. Of course, you know, no one had any idea in Vrindavan that Krishna was Bhagwan, but he was, you know, the darling of Vrindavan. So hearing all of that, hearing Krishna say, I don't think we should worship the Indra sacrifice, they said, okay, but what do you want to do instead? And he said, I have an idea. We need to use this occasion to worship Govardhan. And, you know, he explained that the reason we need to worship Govardhan is because our cows, our gopis, our gopals, everyone is reliant on this Govardhan hill. And he said, you know, we should also worship the cows. You know, you say that we're the gwals and we're the gopals, then we should be worshipping the cows. So Krishna gave them this alternative. He said, don't worry about worshipping, you know, Indra, let's worship Govardhan. And you know, we know from Shastra that Govardhan is actually non-different from Krishna. Giriraj or Govardhan is Krishna, and we'll hear a bit more about that later. But knowing that, Krishna was suggesting that everyone worship Giriraj. So they said, okay, Krishna, you know, they were all convinced by him because he was so sweetly suggesting this puja. They said, but we don't know what to do. And he said, don't worry about that. I'll tell you what to do. So he said, everything that you've prepared in your homes for this Indra Yagya, grab all of that, you know, and prepare some other really, really nice foods. And let's all go to Govardhan Hill, which is the hill which is in Vrajmandal, which, you know, everyone who's been to Vrindavan will see Giriraj is such a important part of the pilgrimage in Vrindavan. And he said, let's all go there and we're going to offer the food that we've all made to Giriraj. So all the Brajbasis, they went to Govardhan Hill and they offered all of the different food items to Giriraj. And it said that they had so many food offerings that next to, you know, the big hill Govardhan, there was like another mountain of food, because they'd made so many nice things. And I can see on the screen now that, you know, some people say what was offered, and there's some items, you know, you can see on that picture that Krishna had asked for dal and rice and pakoras, puris, and all of these things to be made. So they went and they did this very nice puja, and they also worshipped the cows, and they gave you know, some different things in charity to people, and especially the Brahmins. And everything went really nicely with the puja. And also what happened that day is Krishna did a parikrama of Giriraj. He told all the Brajvasis, we have to walk around Giriraj. And they did this very nice parikrama, and they said that was the beginning of the parikram, the first ever parikram which took place. And those who've been to Vrindavan will know doing parikrama of Govardhan is very, very, very special. And the first ever one was done by Krishna himself. So when they
sorry to disturb you. On Sunday, we are doing a parikram of Govardhan. Of course, a little bit virtue, but a little bit more than virtue as well. So please do join us on Sunday at 3 o'clock. Sorry, I want to plug that in there.
No, that's good. That's good, because I think we need to do that this year, because so many of us are unable to do the physical parikrama in the last 1 year or so. So looking forward to that. So when all these items were offered, this is when Giriraj actually showed his, what they call in Sanskrit, Murti Man Swarup, the real identity of Govardhan became revealed. And that's that it was that Giriraj or Govardhan is Krishna himself. So Giriraj began to get these huge arms, and he began to eat all the offerings that were there. So he's eating all the, you know, the barfis and the dal and the rice, and he's saying Anyor, more. And you know, I think there was, this is when everyone kind of realized, you know, from the scripture that Giriraj is known different to Krishna. And so this puja went very nicely, and everyone went home, and everyone was very, very happy. Somebody wasn't very happy, though the puja had gone so well, and that was Indra. Indra was really angry when he looked at his calendar and he saw it's Diwali time, and my puja is, you know, happens around now. What's going on? Why has no offering been made from Vrindavan this year? And he got informed that actually the Vrajvasis had cancelled his puja and had decided to worship Giriraj, Govardhan, and the cows and the Brahmins instead. And Indra, the Lord of Rain, was very, very, very angry. And he decided he's going to send devastating rainfall to Vrindavan. So he basically sent a huge amount of rain, so much rain that all the cows, the people of Vrindavan, they were like struggling to even move around in this. Many of them were, just trying to stay afloat. And Krishna then did, a very miraculous part of his Leela, which is that Krishna lifted, he said, I'm going to protect everyone, don't worry. He lifted Govardhan on the little finger of his left hand. And by lifting up this huge Giriraj, those who've been to Vrindavan will see that Govardhan's very big. He managed to lift this huge mountain on the little finger of his left hand. And they say that the weakest part of our body is our little finger of the left hand. Some of us will realize, especially those who aren't left-handed, our left hand is our weaker hand. And we can imagine that the little finger of the left hand is so weak, but Krishna was showing how amazing he was. And he gave shelter to all the residents of Vrindavan under Govardhan Hill. So he lifted it like an umbrella and everyone came under and everyone was safe. And he actually stood in this position for 7 days and 7 nights, giving shelter to all the Vrajvasis. And at this time, the rain was carrying on. And it was very interesting because after a few days, everyone was very happy in this scene that they thought they were safe. But Yashoda Maya, she began to say, is no one worried that my son has been standing here for so many days without eating or drinking anything, holding a hill? You guys are just happy that you're safe, but he must be so exhausted. And at this point, the Vrajvasis, they said, we'll help Krishna, don't worry. So they began to get their sticks that they had and they tried to push them up to Govardhan and hold Giriraj up. And some of them said, we'll use our hands. Don't worry, we're going to help Krishna lift this weight. And it said very nicely in some of the Shastras that, they were all trying to help Krishna, not realizing that Krishna was the one who was, because he is Bhagwan, he was doing this. But to them, Krishna was just their little, Gwal friend, their Gopal. So they didn't think that he was able to do this. So they thought they were helping him by, lifting these sticks and holding their hands up. And sometimes Krishna would let go. He would say, okay, now you guys have got it. I'm just going to let go. And every time he tried to let go, none of the Vrajvasis could hold up that weight. So it was really interesting to see, how even they realized that, they're not able to do it alone. But still, in Vrindavan, everyone thinks of Krishna as just their darling. So they said, actually, Krishna, maybe you're doing a good job and you're doing a lot of the work, but that's because you've eaten the makhan from our house, and that's really given you strength. And some of it we're helping you, and don't think that it's you who's doing all of this. So even though he was doing such a wonderful thing, the Vrajvasis could never see him as Bhagwan. He was just their darling, and they still couldn't understand that who Krishna really was, because they were so deeply in love with him. So this all happened, and nobody was in any discomfort for 7 days. And one of the nice things was everyone was together for 7 days. All the gopis, all the gopas, Krishna, the cows, everyone spent 7 full days together. And it said that it was actually like, a very joyful experience for all the Vrajvasis. And then Indra, eventually seeing that Krishna, this is no ordinary person, and Indra himself, he, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he knew that Krishna was Bhagwan, but the missing of his puja made him get so annoyed that he forgot about that. And he decided to send this devastating rainfall. But when he saw all of these leelas, and when he saw that what Krishna was doing by lifting up Giriraj, he realized, no, this is Swayam Bhagwan, this is, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he offered many prayers to Krishna, saying, please forgive me that, my desire to be worshipped got in the way of me understanding that, you are our everything. And then, the weather got better, the clouds got cleared, and Indra realizes his mistake. And I think this part of the story, just correct me if I'm wrong, but Krishna said, I'll forgive you, but you need to go to the devotee of
No, Krishna wouldn't forgive him.
Krishna
But
wouldn't.
also Indra knew that this was such a grave offense.
Yeah.
So he actually went to his guru, Brihaspati.
Yeah.
And he asked his guru, what should I do? This
Yeah.
is such a blunder.
Yeah.
And Guru Brihaspati said, this is too big for me to handle. Go
Yeah.
and see Brahma.
Yeah.
He went to see Brahma. And when he went to see Brahma, Brahma advised him, take Surabhi.
Yeah.
Take Gomata.
Gomati. Yeah. Yeah.
And the intelligence that Indra used, he brought Surabhi. And Surabhi persuaded Krishna.
Yeah.
Surabhi bathed Krishna with his milk, her milk. And then she said, please forgive Indra. And Krishna said, and actually, yeah, he forgave Krishna, he forgave Indra at that time.
With the, after Surabhi's Abhishek, right? There was like a bathing ceremony.
That's it. Keep going, yeah, keep going.
Yeah, and no, please correct me if I'm missing anything. So please keep
It's good.
the right track if I say anything wrong. And then this is where Krishna got the name on the screen as well, Govinda, and he was crowned as the protector of the cow. So this was kind of his I think I've heard some people say that it's like his crowning or his big ceremony in Vrindavan where he got this title, the protector of the cows. And there's another very nice story written by one of our acharyas which talks about the bathing of Radharani and how she was glorified as the queen of Vrindavan. But this was Krishna's Abhishek, where he was given this beautiful title as the protector and the friend of the cows, Govinda. And
all the different demigods came and offered Krishna many items of gold and jewelry. And after they'd gone, Krishna had all these things. And then Maharaj saw him and he questioned Krishna, have you been thieving again? You've been stealing makhan, we know, but now you're stealing gold and jewels. And Madhu Mangal, the chubby Brahmin friend, he said, look, I know what happened because I'm a little slow. So I couldn't move as fast as you guys. But I saw what happened after Indra left, after the rain stopped. All these devatas. There was a four-headed guy who came and started worshipping Krishna and gave him so many things. And nobody believed him, of course, and they all laughed it off. But it's a very fascinating pastime.
Yeah, very, very beautiful. And I think the only other thing that I want to mention about Giriraj is that Giriraj has two identities. One is that Giriraj or Govardhan is non-different from Krishna himself, and that's explained. The whole story is explained, I think, in Brahma Vaivarta Puran about how Giriraj is Krishna himself. And then the other identity of Govardhan is the devotee.
Yes.
Govardhan is also the biggest devotee of Krishna. He's got these two identities, and I think it's like when Krishna likes to taste bhakti, right? So I don't know if that's connected to why Giriraj has these two forms, but often I've heard one devotee say Giriraj gets even more pleasure when he's considered to be the devotee.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah. So that's I think all I have to share today. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Please add anything that I've missed.
Only thing was Yashoda Mai. She was counting how many meals Krishna missed, right? 7 meals. He eats 8 times a day, right? 7 times 8 is 56. Chapan Bhog, that's where the tradition of Chapan Bhog comes. So she made him a Chapan Bhog meal.
Wow. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. Which is
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
It is also said that when Giriraj were asking Anur more and more, and the bhogas ended, and then Krishna himself, he took one tulsi leaf, and he satisfied Govardhan. Also, Govardhan doesn't like to be called God himself. It's just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When somebody used to call him God, he used to block his ears with both hands. So it's kind of similar here.
Good. Thank you
really
for
nice.
sharing that.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's shared all the way from Toronto.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
And also, Yashoda Mai is very powerful. We don't know how powerful she is. Well, we'll find out a little bit tomorrow. But she said to Govardhan, if my son gets tired by holding you up, you're going to have it from me. So Govardhan always was at about an inch or so higher than Krishna's finger. You know, he was never a burden on Krishna.
Wow. That's really interesting. Yeah. Amazing.
And Krishna's only job was actually
Looking at Radha.
looking, yeah, where's Radha?
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes when he was looking at Radha, he'll sort of, his finger would, you know, like, it'll be far away from the Govardhan, and Balaram would be looking at Krishna thinking, what's going on there?
Yeah.
And Krishna would look at Balaram, oh, get himself sorted out again, you know.
There's some really nice pictures of that where we see Krishna and Radharani under Giriraj just looking at each other. Really beautiful,
Right.
really beautiful paintings.
Wow, thank you very much. Govardhan ki jai. Janaki ki jai. You're going to have to speak more. When are you speaking again?
I think Mathura Leelas and
Yeah.
Akrur.
Yeah.
Okay,
Akrur
okay.
and- yeah.
Yeah, that's coming up reasonably soon. So
Yeah.
yeah, good. But even before that, if there's something, you know, if there's something else you want to speak about, you know, you're always, you got a free card here. You know?
Thank you. No, thank you so much for the opportunity to share.
Yeah. So, hang on, let me just have a quick look. Time is running now. So let's just, I'm just thinking, yeah, we'll just carry on with this tomorrow. Yeah, there's some other bits in that chapter which we just need to look at, but we can do that tomorrow. That's absolutely fine. So now we can offer a lamp to Lord Damodar and Yashoda Mai and sing this beautiful bhajan. Now, if devotees don't have a lamp, don't worry. You can just imagine yourself holding a wonderful lamp and offering. Look, very good. Lena, fantastic. Thank you very much. So I did ask Lena to give us darshan of her Radha Krishna, and she's very kindly doing that right now. Have a look at this. This is the most incredible, incredible divine couple deities I've seen. Krishna and Radha, they're so close to each other. In fact, Radha's holding Krishna's flute. That's incredible. Have you ever seen that? Beautiful. Thank you so much, Lena.
You're
Beautiful.
welcome. You're welcome.
You'll have to do this every day, you know that.
Yeah, it will be
Very
absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Yes, you got Baal Gopal. Yeah, she got 4 of them. And they have a little fight over the mutton now and then. Very good. Bhatia, you want to sing?
No.
Go on. Sing. You sing. Okay. So let's do the Damodarati. Let me just pinpoint and spotlight and share screen. This is a really beautiful bhajan. We won't read the English today, but if you get an opportunity, please do read the English. It describes the pastime in brief as well, but it gives the philosophical reasoning behind this pastime as well. Very powerful bhajan. And it was spoken in Sanskrit, and it's in one of the scriptures. Really beautiful. It's in the Padma Purana, in fact. So we can sing this, we'll sing it once all the way through. And in the meantime, devotees are welcome to offer a ghee lamp, or at least in the mind if you don't have one there. Yeah.
And you can, devotees can also offer a ghee lamp on behalf of their loved ones as well who are not around, who can't offer. Like, for example, I'll offer one for my father, whose anniversary is today. So, you know, you can do it like that as well. So you can offer one for yourself and then one for someone else.
Okay, thank you so much. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Rani Jaya Krishna Balaram Balaram Krishna Balaram
Jaya Krishna Balaram Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo.
Shri Radha Damodar ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. Hari 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 Bol. So we can sing to Lord Nrsingadev. I wanted actually Jayanti to sing for her father because it's his anniversary today. And maybe Pratamba, are you there? Maybe at the end you can sing this, so we can repeat. Yeah.
Okay. Namaste Narasingaya.
Namaste Narasingaya.
Pralada Lada Daine.
Pralada Lada Daine.
Hiranyakashipu Vakshaya.
Hiranyakashipu Vakshaya.
Shilatankana Kalare.
Shilatankana Kalaye.
Ito Nashingo Parato Nashingo.
Ito Nashingo Parato Nashingo.
Yato Yato Yamitato Nashingo.
Yato Yamitato Nashingo.
Ahe Nashingo Hridaye Nashingo. Ahe Nashingo Hridaye Nashingo. Nashingamadin Sharanam Prapade.
Nashingamadin Sharanam Prapade.
Tavakara Kamalabare. Nakam Adbhuta Shringam. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanabringam. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Tavakara Kamalare.
Nakam Adbhuta Shringam.
Dalita
Hiranyakashipu
Tanabringam.
Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Jaya
Jaya
Jagadisha Hare. Jaya Nrsingadev Jaya. Nrsingadev Jaya. Nrsingadev Jaya. Nrsingadev. Jaya Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya. Prahlad Maharaj Jaya. Prahlad Maharaj Jaya. Prahlad Maharaj Jaya. Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj Jaya. Prahlad Maharaj. Nrsingadev Bhagwan ki jai. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
So like Pitamba, yeah, couple of minutes you can sing this beautiful bhajan.
Hare Krishna, ready.
Thank you so much.
Jai Shri Nrsingadev Bhagwan. Jai Shri Bhagwan Maharaj ki jai ho. Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jaya Jaya Nrsimha, Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Jai Narasimha, Jaya Jaya Narasimha, Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Pringa, Shri Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha, Jaya Jaya Narasimha, Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Pringa, Shri Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha, Jaya Jaya Narasimha, Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Shri Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha, Jaya Jaya Narasimha, Praladesa, Padma, Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha, Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Pringa, Jaya Jaya Narasimha, Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Simha, Jaya Narasimha, Jaya Jaya Narasimha, Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha, Jaya
Jaya Padma Bringam Praladesa Jaya Padma Bringam
Jaya Jaya Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha, Jaya Jaya Praladesa, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Jai Shri Narasimha Maharaj, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, all glories to assembled devotees here on Zoom. Jai Shri Radha Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Zoom ki jai ho. Thank you, Pitamba. Very, very nice, as always. And I love Janaki's altar. They got Sita, Ram, Lakshmana. She's getting ready for Diwali. Ram's return back to Ayodhya. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Janaki, for showing us, having a beautiful darshan. Very, very nice. Very good. Anybody else like to give us darshan of their altars? You're welcome to do so. Huh? And this is actually Jayanti's. Oh, shall I spot them? No. Okay. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you, Anil. Hare Krishna. So
Hare
this
Krishna.
is Jayanti's mother and sister. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, still remembering that day when Dad left, a glorious way he left this planet. So, and it was good to honor that today. So, thank you to all the devotees for helping us do that. Who's this?
Now the darshan of our deities.
This is Kamakshi?
Kamakshi.
Nice.
Okay.
Very good. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Very nice. Oh, what a new. Okay, let's show the devotees what Jayanti did today. She's actually reenacted the pastime of the liberation of where are you? 1 second. There you are. Liberation of Nalkuvera and Manigriva. There's Krishna.
As well as Krishna pulling the
water, which is far bigger than
Broccoli.
There's Nalkuvera and Manigriva, and there's the trees. Somebody said broccoli, but that's not broccoli.
Beautiful.
Very nice. She's got a wild imagination. Oh boy. Thank you so much, everybody. I really enjoyed today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Anil.
Everyone.
Thank you, Janaki.
Haribol, everyone.
Anil.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Pragnesh.
Thank you so
Manashi
much.
and
Hare
Sharan.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Surendra, thank you so much.
Dandavad Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Nitai Gaur Haribol. Thank you.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Have a good
Hare
evening.
Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Mataji.
Oh,
Hare
you
Krishna.
are Indira. You are Anil's husband. Wife, sorry. Anil is your husband. Huh?
Sister.
She's my sister.
Oh, okay.
And she's
Sister and I
just
live in
near you.
Nottingham.
Where is she?
I live in Nottingham.
Oh, you United Kingdom.
I'm in England, yes.
Okay.
Okay. You'll have to get Anil to come here.
Oh, I have been telling him. He always has excuses.
Yeah, he must be liking Canada as well.
Well, he's got settled there as I've got settled
Yeah.
here.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I was going to ask you, Anil, if there's one day you want to invite your friends and relatives to one of the satsangs, you can. Just let me know which day you want to do.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah. If it suits, no problem at all.
Yes, Prabhuji. Sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Really good. And Indira, join us. Every day we are here at 7:30, yeah? Hare Krishna. Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Surinder. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Rohit. Hare Krishna, Rohit. So you're getting there now. Do a little more practice.
Yeah.
And,
Can I sing other songs? Actually, I know some other song.
yeah, you can. Tomorrow
try.
you can maybe tomorrow. If you
Afternoon,
join,
we'll try. 3:30.
yeah.
3 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Early, yeah, early.
Okay, Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. And
Yeah.
Saturday also is Damodar month, so that's why we're doing it a little early.
Yeah, okay.
Diwali.